What is up, ADG traders? This is Munya and welcome back to my channel. Today I've brought to you guys a boom and crash strategy that can guarantee you 7 to 10 candlesticks while scalping. So we're gonna go through the process of installing this strategy, and I'm also going to teach you how to trade with this strategy. We're also going to look at the lot sizes that you can use depending on which entry you get, and we're also going to be looking at the lot sizes that you're going to use depending on the account size that you have, right? So make sure you watch this video up until the end so that you get the maximum benefit out of it, right? If you're new to this channel, please make sure you click that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you are notified each and every time I post a video. I wouldn't want you to miss any of the strategy updates that we do or any of the strategy reviews that we do right here on this channel. So make sure you're part of the subscribers so that you are notified whenever I post a video, so that you get the updates and you are able to follow the instructions correctly, right? You can also join our free platform where I teach, where I send signals, where I post anything to do with trading, where I also post results that I'm getting from different strategies, and I'm sure it will motivate you grow, it will help you grow, you'll be able to learn some things that you didn't know. So make sure you join the Telegram channel. The link is in the description box below. All you have to do is click that link and it will take you straight to my Telegram channel, where you are free to join. We are over 6,000 traders in there right now, so make sure you're part of the big community. Okay, if you don't have an account and you want to be trading what we are trading right now, there is a link in the description box below where you can sign up for an account for free. Either you can start on demo and then move on to real account. Their minimum deposit is as little as $1. So I'm sure you should be using the same broker as I am using, so that you get the same trading environment as I have. Okay, I've posted another strategy on my second YouTube channel. It's a little bit different from this one, so if you guys want to check it out, please make sure you click the link in the description box below. It will take you straight to my second channel where you can watch that new strategy that I've posted. It's a little bit controversial, but it's super accurate, so go and check that out right now after this video. Okay, so let's get into today's business. Today I said I want to teach you a strategy that can guarantee you up to 7 candlesticks, 7 to 10 candlesticks in the market, depending on how aggressive you are, right? Depending on how aggressive you are, and that's a lot of money, right? That's a lot of money, especially considering that it just comes within 7 minutes. So let's get started. What you see right there on the screen is what you will have by the end of this video. So I'm going to do the same process of installing the strategy together, and we'll then talk about how to use it, and then we'll talk about how to maximize the strategy and get as much profits as possible. Okay, so right now I'm just gonna delete everything that you see right there, and as you can see, I now have a blank chart. Right now I have a blank chart, and I want to start installing my indicators. So the first indicator that we want to install is the Ichimoku, and it is going to have the following properties. So it is going to have Tenkan Sen of 1, the next one will be 1 again, and then span B would be 30, right? And then on the fill, please make sure you click or tick on the fill or make it enabled. So enable the fill. And on the styling, please pay attention to these colors, and I would advise everyone to use the same colors that I'm using, because I'm going to be referring to them during the video. So the first color for Tenkan Sen is red. The second for Kijun Sen is blue, and then the span color is green, and then the up Kumo is brown, and then the down Kumo is purple, right? Please take a screenshot and compare these colors. Don't just copy them, compare them with their names, because I realize that on Android devices they are arranged in a different way than they are arranged on iOS devices, that's on iPhones. So if you have an Android device, please make sure you pay attention to the naming and the colors also. If you have an iPhone, we have the same setting, so you just copy as it is. So please make sure you align the colors correctly before making a big mistake, because it won't make sense. The strategy won't work if you mix up the colors. Okay, so you're going to click on done, and as you can see, we now have our Ichimoku indicator right there on our charts. The next indicator that we need is moving average on our main chart. Again, it's going to have the following properties: a period of 50, a shift of 0, a method of exponential, and then apply to close. And then the color, I chose black because I have a white background and I want a very vivid color, so I chose black. Please make sure you also try and get the white background for this strategy, because a lot of colors are going to be involved and you need to be following it correctly. So now I'm going to click done. We're going to use this black line as our trend, so make sure you have it, because we need to know the trend before we enter into a trade, right? So this is how it's gonna look. The black line is the EMA 50, and then the rest of the clouds are from the Ichimoku. The next indicators that we need are firstly the stochastic oscillator, and the stochastic oscillator is going to have the following properties: period K of 1, period D of 1, slowing of 1, price field of low high, method of simple, levels. We're going to need level 50, level 90, level 10, level 85. And then the styling for this one, please make it white, which is the color of your background. So I have a white background, I chose white. And like I said, please make sure we have the same background for this strategy only, right? And then when I click on done, and as you can see, I now have that indicator window 1 section because I've installed my stochastic. And then lastly, we want to install our MACD on our charts, and we're going to be using a MACD with the following properties: fast EMA of 12, slow EMA of 26, MACD SMA of 9, apply to close. And then the styling on our main, we will need the color of our background, and then on our signal we will need the color red, just like that. So you can copy this and place it somewhere, and I'm gonna click on done. And now we have fully installed this strategy. We've fully installed our strategy. What's left now is knowing when to buy and knowing when to sell, right? So there are a couple of rules that you have to follow with this strategy. I'll start off with basically the first. This is not a condition for a sell or buy, but it's just something that you have to know in general. You have to first establish the trend of the market. It's wiser to trade in line with the trend, right? And then secondly, you have to note that the MACD that we installed, the one that has this red dotted line running across our charts, repaints, but we have a way of establishing whether it is repainted or not. So you need to move your charts to know if the markings have repainted or not. So can you take a look at these two positions, the first one and this one? Can you see that when I move my charts left and right, this position changed, but this position did not change, right? Which means this was a correct position. The one which is around level 80 and 90 was a correct position, and it's not a repaint, so we can use it, it's valid. But this one is invalid because it changed position, which means it repainted. So that's just one thing that you should be on a lookout for. Nevertheless, I will also show you guys how to actually do it so that you don't get confused or get false signals from this strategy. Okay, let's talk about the time frame and the zoom level. So we're also going to be using a top-down analysis because that's the only way we can know the trend and get an entry. So basically we'll get the trend from a higher time frame and then move lower to our 1 minute time frame, where we will get our entry point and our take profit levels and our stop losses levels and all that, right? And then The zoom level, basically, you're going to be using the last zoom level, or basically the smallest zoom level that you find on your charts. That's the zoom level that you're going to be using, right? So let's start with boom 500. Here is what you do if you want to make a sell and grab your 7 to 10 candlesticks. The first thing that you need to do is move to the smallest zoom level. Okay, once you have done that, you are going to go to your 1 hour time frame to get the trend. And basically the trend, you'll be able to tell it simply by looking at your black line. If your black line is above the candlesticks, that means candlesticks are running below that black line. It means you are in a downtrend. So from here to here, we were in a downtrend. Why? Because our candlesticks, let me just zoom a little bit so that you can see, our candlesticks crossed to be below the black line, indicating that we are now moving in a downtrend, which is the first condition that we need for us to sell boom. Is establish first if you're in a downtrend, and we have done that. So from that point to this point, this is our 1 hour time frame. We have established, I have marked the downtrend with the red line. So anything between these two red lines is a downtrend, right? So once we have established that, we can now go, or basically you can check the dates from the 19th of June to the 24th of June. It was a downtrend. So we have established that we are in a downtrend. Then we will go to your 1 minute time frame, and then you basically check. You're basically going to check where your downtrend started, and you're going to be using that section for this example. So it says the 19th of June, right? So the 19th of June was somewhere around here. We should get a red line. If we have arrived, we should get a red line. Yes. Okay, somewhere between there was was the beginning of our downtrend, right? Which means anything within the 19th of June and the 24th of June, we can use it as an example for our downtrend, right? Then once you have established that, your second condition is, if you want to sell boom, is you're going to go to your MACD down there and check if we have crossed level 85, or if we are within level 90 and 85, of which it happened around here, right? And remember, we said we're in a downtrend, so it happened around here. And remember, we said you have to check, and by moving your charts left and right, to see if this position repaints. As you can see, this position did not repaint right there. This position did not repaint because, as you can see, it's not changing positions, so it means it did not repaint. So our first condition has been met. We have our MACD, or the red line, we have it within the period of 85 to 90, right? The second condition that you want now comes from your main chart. That's where you get your entry, and you basically want your Ichimoku to turn from brown to purple. So basically your entry point was going to be here, and then you're going to sell and get all your candlesticks, right? Okay, first condition, we said make sure you're in a downtrend. Secondly, make sure your MACD is touching or within the level 85 to 90. Third, wait for the Ichimoku on your main chart to turn from brown to purple, right? Okay, and then you get your entry. Okay, let's take a look at another example. Remember, we have already established the downtrend. Right here, we have seen that our MACD, or the red line, is within level 85 and 90, right? Secondly, we said we want to Ichimoku to turn from brown to purple. The moment it turns from brown to purple, you're going to enter, grab your 7 candlesticks and exit, right? Look for another position. Check if it doesn't repaint by swiping it left and right, and you see it doesn't change positions. Go to your main chart, look for where it turns from brown to purple, and right there, and as you can see, you're going to enter. Guys, this strategy is powerful. This strategy is powerful as long as you follow instructions. Okay, so this is for boom. For crash, it's basically the same thing but in reverse. For crash, you firstly have to establish from your 1 hour time frame, are you in an uptrend or in a downtrend? So right here, from this point to this point, we were in an uptrend, because I said if candlesticks are above your black line, it means you're in an uptrend. If they're below your black line, it means you're in a downtrend. So right there, the period between the 16th of June and the 23rd of June, we were in an uptrend. So we move back to 1 minute time frame. I will look for when my red line starts. So anything going to the left was an uptrend. Let's hope I didn't mess it up. Say the 16th, right? Okay, so basically when you've established that, the simple thing that you need to do now is basically the opposite, right? Firstly, your red line now should be within the region, or your MACD should be within the region of 10 and 15 down there. Then this time we are going to wait for a color change from purple to brown this time, and then once it happens, you're going to enter into your buy trade, grab your 7 to 10 candlesticks and exit. Again, right here I have my MACD in 10 to 15 level. I check if it repaints or not. It doesn't. Check when my Ichimoku turns from purple to brown. It did that right there, and then grab my 7 candlesticks. Don't even worry, even if a spike comes, it's just trying to push you out of the market. It's just the market makers, but they know that that's the correct trend that should be followed. So that's all for this strategy. Comment down below what you think. If you really find it very informative, please leave a like and subscribe and support this channel. Until next time.